I am Stephanie Ritual. How are you? I hope you're well. I am doing this to help people to find and locate their luck and use it. So how do we find and locate our luck? We use the planet Jupiter. Now, one of the reasons I'm doing this now is because the planet Jupiter, which is the planet of luck in every single person's horoscope and chart, is making a huge transit from the sign Gemini to the sign Cancer. What does that mean to me, you ask? Well, let's talk about it. Jupiter carries all of the things that are beneficial in your life, and Jupiter is such an important planet. In fact, it's the largest planet in the solar system. It's such an important planet that the ancient astrology used to center the chart not around the sun sign, but around the Jupiter. And can you think of anything luckier than the day that you were born? So everyone has a Jupiter placement in their chart. So when you hear a Jupiter Leo or a Jupiter Sagittarius, then you understand that Jupiter, the planet, was in the constellation Sagittarius or Leo when that person was born. Now we're coming out of a Jupiter Gemini. What does that mean to us? Well, a certain diapered con man in the office is a Gemini with Jupiter Libra. What does that mean to us? Jupiter Libra is an air sign. So people who have their Jupiters placed in an air sign are made lucky by all air signs. What are the air signs? The air signs are Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And so essentially what we have here is a person, if you want to call him that, who was born when the sun was lighting up his entire chart in Gemini and his Jupiter was in Libra. What does that mean for last year? What it means is that when Jupiter goes, if you have Jupiter placed in an air sign at the time of your birth, then whenever Jupiter goes into an air sign, you are what's called lotto lucky. You should buy a lottery ticket every single day if that's your thing. Whatever it is, you should go for the promotion, you should go for the proposal, you should go for whatever you can, because at that point, Jupiter, the giant planet of benevolence and beneficence, is supporting you. So essentially, let's move it on into this year. Those with Jupiter Gemini, Jupiter Aquarius, or Jupiter Libra last year found that their luck might have felt like it was in disguise. Why? Because Gemini is opposite to Sagittarius. Jupiter's natural home is in Sagittarius or Pisces. So when Jupiter is in the opposite of any of those signs, it's called the decline or the fall. And what that means is that the gifts of Jupiter won't appear to be as available. And so in that situation, we can call Jupiter Gemini, Gemini is opposite Sagittarius. We can call it the year of blessings in disguise. And so even though in the larger scheme of things, when you look back, you'll be able to say, if you say have Jupiter and Gemini, you'll be able to say, oh yeah, that was a great year for me. You'll also maybe say, but it didn't seem like it at the time. Why is that important right now? Because Jupiter has now spent 12 months and change in the sign Gemini and is now moving on to Cancer. This means everything to people who have a sun in Cancer, as does my camera person, or people who have Jupiter placed in the sign Cancer when they were born. Now, what is it called? Everyone's heard a lot about the so-called Saturn return. Oh, it's so hard. It grows you up. It makes you take responsibility, but not a whole lot of people understand or know about Jupiter's return. And that is the year that brings you back to your original luck when you were born. Unperverted, undealt with, uninterrupted. And essentially what happens is that you're able to make progress that you were not able to make before. Now, what I'm going to end up doing with this horoscope in general is weekly updates that give you lucky things to do to maximize your Jupiter, no matter what sign it is, but particularly lucky tips around Jupiter Cancer. I'll be doing that every week. And then every month, when the sun changes signs, I'll be doing a large update on what that means for you as a person trying to find the luckiest days of the month. And so I'll give you a digest that allows you to get all the information that you need to make important moves at important times. And we'll also, at that once a month point, speak on important, or everyone's important, but historical figures and prominent figures, including some fun celebrities that have certain Jupiter placements, and help you to see how the way, the moves that they're making may or may not be in concert or in line with where their Jupiter is placed.